This is the Louie T Network. Hey, either you're outside or you're
in the lab room.
Who else could it be but me, your man, Louie T? Welcome. You are in the lab room. Of course, I am your host, Lou. Thank you for joining me. Week number 13 in the National Football League. The Oakland Raiders taking on the all of a sudden red hot St. Louis Rams, coming off a heartbreaking loss last week to San Diego. Had a chance to win that game in the waning moments. Sean Hill picked off at the goal line by Marcus Gilchrist to end the threat. So St. Louis, having already beat Seattle this year, having already beat San Francisco, playing some red hot football, dangerous football team here. Beat the Denver Broncos as well. They're smelling themselves, are these Rams. And so they're a buzzsaw right now. And the Oakland Raiders, boy, I asked myself this question. I told you I watched that Raiders win with a buddy of mine, huge Raiders fan. I said, look, are you guys content with that one win? Because, look, I said that this Raiders team was not an 0-16 outfit. Never said that they were a good football team. I just said they're better than everybody thinks they are. And so I said, look, they're going to win a game. Now, they've won a game. Are you guys content with that one win, or are you going to try to get more? We got our answer in this game. And it's a resounding yes. We are very content with our one win. We are fine with the #1 pick in the draft. You don't have to worry about the Raiders making any other noise this season. They're done. They got their one win. They're not going to go down in infamy as one of the worst teams ever. They've been able to avoid that. So now, whatever happens, just happens. And the Rams, they smelt blood in the water immediately in this game. You had the Ferguson tribute early in the game with the players coming out, the hands up. And so the league has already said, hey, we're not going to fine you guys for that. Hey, don't do it again. But we're not going to fine you for that. We know what you were doing. We're not going to make a mockery of the situation. So you have that. You get Chris Long back in this game, so the defense is getting that much more ferocity back. And so they got after Derek Carr. And that was one of my issues was, okay, you don't have, your running back in the game. And it's crazy. They've been asking for Latavius Murray. I've been asking for Latavius Murray all season long. We get Latavius Murray. The guy blows up, gets injured. Now he can't play. Didn't pass the concussion protocol, so no running game. The offensive line has done a pretty good job of protecting the Derek Carr, this season. But he's also been a dink and dunk specialist, not pushing the ball down the field. So he's been getting the ball out of his hands quickly. This was going to be a test, though. If he was going to try to push the ball down the field, hell, even on 3 steps drop, was he going to have enough time against this Rams defensive line? The answer was no. No time. No running game, no time, no points for the Oakland Raiders. This one got ugly quick, man. I'm going to make this one nice, short, and sweet. Rams dominated from start to finish. Trey Mason had a career day. I mean, what didn't he do? 89-yard touchdown run, 35-yard screen catch for a touchdown. You got Stedman Bailey having a career day, 5 catches, 100 yards, all of it in the first quarter, if I'm not mistaken. If not first quarter, definitely in the first half. I mean, one hand grab to set up a touchdown. Stedman Bailey was off the charts in this game. Sean Hill was sharp early, didn't need to do much late. This team dominated, and the thing that made this a blowout was that every time the Rams got in the red zone, they got in the end zone. There were no field goals being settled for in this game. They were scoring touchdowns, whether it be Trey Mason from 35 yards out or 89 yards out, or Sean Hill scoring on a 2-yard touchdown run on play action fake on a bootleg. They were getting in the end zone, and they were scoring touchdowns in this game. Corey Harkey scores a touchdown. It was bad. It was all bad for the Raiders. I saw little to no resistance from the Raiders in this game. It was 38-0 at halftime. At some point, I was like, hey, can you just get a field goal? Can you just get on the board? Rams said, hell no, they're not scoring anything. We're preserving this shutout. We work hard for this shutout. They're not scoring a damn thing. As they beat the Raiders down 52-0. Look, the Raiders got their one win. They could care less whether they win another game or not. They're not going over, and that's all that matters. Rams playing some great football right now. You know what I asked myself watching this game? And I posed this question to Rams fans. Do you think that if Sean Hill would have been your starter all season long, do you think that you would be about 7-5 right now with a chance to maybe be in the discussion in the NFC playoff race? I'm just asking. I look at Sean Hill and I'm like, man, I said this before. I'll say it again. I said this before the season started. The Rams have one of the most advantageous backup quarterback situations in the league. Because to me, Sean Hill has been one of the most steady backup quarterbacks in this league. And this dates back to his days as the Detroit Lions backup. The guy just knows how to play football. And so I thought he would give you a shot, you know, with the injury to Sam Bradford. I just didn't know how well the team would respond around him. But if the team could have been playing this well earlier, we could be talking about a different outcome for this team's season. But it is what it is. You're 5-7, a dangerous 5-7 at that. We'll see how this season wraps up for the St. Louis Rams. And let's see if they can get to 500. This is a team still haven't made it to 500 on the season in a very long time. Let's see if Sean Hill can get this team to 8-8 to close out the season. That's going to do it for Raiders and Rams. I thank you for joining me. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the lab room. Come back and join me as I've got plenty more games to break down in week number 13 in the National Football League season. In a bit.